spirit in you, the geeks inside that
Yeah.
lives within, that you can share the information, how Geekfam works. But remember, Yasumiao told us this is technically 3 members from different team, Exhort, why not? And then I think that was May
May.
also, who's been on different teams, rotating all around. And I believe they were also part of a Champions League, which is part of Omega way back then. Why
Oh.
not? And Exhort. So I believe they are really putting a lot of those experiences into the Geek Fam, same as how ULVL works.
Yep, we'll see. This is the game. Game number 1 between Geekfam PH and ULVL. Let's run them down. It's CKTD on the Cho, Why Not on the Nana, Exhort on the Grandeur, May on the Uranus, and Curtsy on the 1-1.
On the side, of course. Oh, there's just some basic starts for the Blue Buffs. It's kind of different because we are mostly seeing those kinds of invades for the blue, which is really important. But of course, on the ULVL side, that's going to be Escanor on the Jawhead, Basic on the carry, Chu on that Famous, Deb on the Hylas, and Unseen onto the Zask.
And let's see, I'm pretty sure this year ULVL, they're just going to really focus on the farm first, get that buff, and of course, they already have the carry there on the level 4. And as Prof said earlier, we're seeing it happening. Uranus is just sticking to his lane. He's that pusher that we need, that Geekfam is using. Because we saw it in the last game between Bren and Sunsparks, how Coco never left his lane, rarely left his lane, and really just focused on pushing that lane, and that applied the pressure. Of course, you get a lot of that pressure coming from the fact that Uranus is a sponge. He can soak up so much damage and still somehow survive.
Yeah, and then in terms of being a sponge, it's kind of spanned into the mid game to late game. But so far, if you're playing on an early game as a Uranus, you're getting those off-tank feels. Because way back then on the last series, we've seen a Rafaela plus the Uranus makes him function all around, rotating, healing, and then putting a lot of damage. But right now, of course, Uranus being maximized from the hands of Coco, we've seen on the previous series. It was indeed a sponge that's really having a hard time. But remember, once being the biggest factor right now is the Molina Spirit, which is just a homing animal spirit, like right there. If someone is going to engage you or hard goes in, they can just drop the Molino and then he's just gonna go ahead and pick a target, and then from that point we can just burst that guy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 4v5 for like 1 second, 1.5 seconds if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, but May gets caught off here. ULVL is just hounding him. Will they be able to get him? First blood goes on to the high loss, and May not able to get away there. ULVL gets a first blood, opening up the gates for Geekfam. Meanwhile, Geekfam now in the top lane, just pushing.
Yes, but we are seeing the rotation onto the side of ULVL. But then ULVL pulling the trigger. They're not scared, even though they got the carry, even though Geekfam kind of puts a lot of early game kill threats. It was still ULVL who got that glorious pathway, started things off with a blast. And Geekfam PH is being reactive. Yes, he may not gonna survive the early kill, but then we're going to take the tower. It's going to be on an objective type of game.
Yeah, and that is a great response there by Geekfam to just rotate, seeing the opening that they had in the top lane. This is going to make it a bit harder for ULVL because that means they have to be a little bit more careful in how they rotate. Their top lane is now just open, that they have to take care of it a little bit more, which means you might see the Toms or the Jawhead not show up in skirmishes or team fights because they're defending the top lane, depending on how it goes. But let's see. Meanwhile, here in the bottom lane, the story, just May and Chu one-on-one. May focusing on the objective, defending the lane, stopping Chu, keeping Chu away from the rest of the action. And look at it. Chu is actually going down, but Codron Inferno is healing him up.
The Molten Sights doing all the job, but right now you get to see KTD might go down, goes dancing all around, but why not? That was too much for him to bear. Puts him on a bit of those lasered battles, but then still zoning mid lane into the turtle. Good rotation coming in from Geekfam, and we're not seeing any response from ULVL.
Geekfam right now just really showcasing their experience in terms of rotating together as a team. I mean, they do have new members in there, but you have experienced members who know how to rotate really well. Not saying that ULVL doesn't have that. They do have Escanor, and they have Basic, of course, and I'm pretty sure that they got a lot of input also, but also be careful there. Now Curtsy is really low. Will be able to get away. No, that's an entire ULVL squad chasing you, but he still somehow gets away across both tongue to save him, but no, he goes down
right there.
It's a trade, 1-for-1.
Indeed, a 1-1. But CKTD under the backside as Deb might pay the price. Exart, why not? Because why not? You're going to die as Deb seals the deal right there.
Yep, Deb going down to the ground.
He's going to pay the debt.
Yeah, pay the Deb.
Yeah.
That's 2 punts for you.
Yeah, combo, combo breaker.
Similar server. He's from the North American server. He plays in North America.
Yes.
Played in North America. You approach the game differently. You think about not just the Philippine meta. You think about what the strengths of the American meta has, the North American meta has, and combine it with their Sith Lord Palpatine's experience here in the Philippines.
Oh.
You get a fusion, a hybrid of 2 different metas, and if ULVL can make that work, they can be a really terrifying team. But it looks like the players now are just getting ready, arming themselves up. Looks like their game faces are on right now.
How terrifying it is as these two are going to build a Death Star and is going to put that lasers down against Geeknfam. This is the reason why they got that Zask. They want the lasers from the Death Star itself.
Okay, so now we're really turning ULVL into the Sith Empire. It's the Norse Palpatine, and Zask's now the Death Star.
So we're going to see the comeback, not just a comeback. It's the Empire Strikes Back, right?
Yes.
And then if Geeknfam wins, this is the new hope from the Jedi.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Let's see if the Empire can strike back. Geeknfam. ULVL actually finally being able to secure an objective here. They get the second turtle of the game, and 3 of them are in mid. They are not rotating so aggressively in big groups together now. It's 3-1-3-1, but no, they get caught out here. Why not? Dangerously low. He gets transformed. Will be able to get away. CKTD with the dragon, saving them. But they get the kill on Why Not as well. That is a 1-4-1. Tank goes down, but Why Not going down the side of Geeknfam. Meanwhile, Currency really low and using Crossbow of Tang just to escape any possible damage.
The rotation, this is a double rotation coming in from ULVL. Is it going to be Currency? Is going to escape, but Basic showing how advanced it is to look for as a Hitman. Goes for a bit of a laser, but wasn't able to capitalize on that rotation. Once again, 1-1 is going to live the day. And also, yes, it was a good move for ULVL, taking the turtles, goes for the trade, a bit of a damage onto the first tower, which is good. But right now, in terms of objective, Geeknfams are really showing how geeky they are.
Yeah, ULVL still behind, but they are a little bit more conservative with their rotations. But Toms now has to be careful here. May and X are nearby. Looks like May is just baiting Toms. Will Toms bite? Meanwhile, the middle lane, Curtsy is doing his job there. And Toms playing it safe. Chu actually playing the... Oh, Chu's playing the fighter now, and Basic is actually playing the MM role. So Basic is actually someone who is very versatile. Secret has told us before. Plays a lot of roles.
This is bad.
Oh no, Look at that damage. Curtsy getting melted, but being able to survive. CKTD, Extort, and May are nearby. Geeknfam now are really close.
This is bad. You don't have 1-1 into the mid lane, and this might be a hard push coming in from ULVL. They need that 1-1 for added damage, or they can just put her on the top side or even the bottom side for the big farm. But the towers are looking a bit unhealthy for the first tier in the mid and even the top.
Yep, ULVL might actually be able to finally break down their second objective here. They are securing the turtle pit, and they are zoning out really well. Curtsy and Chu is going one-on-one. Deb providing all the space that ULVL needs to secure that turtle, and they get another one. ULVL now doing a much better job. I feel like they use that technical pause to actually talk about the strategy, and they're executing much better.
First
Here
tower.
comes Dead. He catches out CKTD.
Here
CKTD
we
trying to
go.
get away. Here goes the glorious pathway. They're chasing them down. Curtsy is just hitting them. He uses the crossbow.
Crossbow.
There goes the damage. Unseen and Basics taking a lot of damage, but they survive as well. Deb able to make some really good plays there. Chu gets countered. Destinata. Exort not fully committing, and once again, May focusing on the lanes and the objectives.
Yeah, and right now you can clearly see how well Geeknfam and even ULVL doing all the rotations. I mean, after that break time or the pause, they were able to capitalize with the zoning of Unseen with that ult. You can have also the glorious pathway to just dish someone or to just pick off someone, and then from there we're going to take the fight 3 versus 2 or 3 versus 1. That no answer coming in from Geeknfam, equalizing the objective play. Second tier tower onto the bottom side, really looking bad. So ULVL uplifting right now.
Yep, playing much better. It looks like the Empire might actually strike back. Is the New Hope getting stuffed out here?
Exort.
Exort sees Escanor, but over there off screen, Basic
Once
takes
again,
out
the
the
pick
Why
off.
Not, and they have an opening here in the top lane, taking down another turret. Curtsy now on the back foot, but don't worry, you've got CKTD and Exort nearby there. They're defending the top
Another
lane turret.
summon.
And another summon.
Oh.
They get the 1-1 with Zask.
How slippery is that guy? He's being paid off with the alien, being killed. But here comes Devin to the side. Escanor Basic onto the follow-up. But then Dev is just going to put away CKTD as they are going to destroy the top tower. Exort changing bullets again, Chu. Playing with fire. Not entirely, but this is the backup of ULVL looking for that Dev Basic as well. Exort can really do anything about that. No bullets, no 50 calibers. Tracing into the heads of Dev as he is being tanky enough to destroy the second tower.
Meanwhile, the top lane, you see Escanor trying to break that top lane and pulling the attention of CKTD and Exort. That gives the space for ULVL to actually get this Lord. But you have the Uranus there nearby. May knows, so Geekfam, the rest of Geekfam now knows ULVL is going for the Lord. Will they fully commit? Looks like we're going to get a full engage here, Geekfam. When are you going to go in
Why
there? Might try to secure the steal, but they're providing the
Because-
space. Why not try to get the steal? He goes in, but he gets away. Why not gets taken down? There goes Kersey over there in the back lane. Uses
Crossbow
the
Tang.
crossbow of Tang. Deb gets to secure the Lord, and this is ULVL's fight to win, because why not goes down? ULVL gets the Lord. 7-3, 37k to 28k in gold. ULVL, the Empire, definitely striking by it here, turning things around, and now Geekfam is looking for the answer.
Geekfam really having a hard time. They tried, but then the ejector sends him flying into those teammates. Easy kill from that point. Curtsy not entirely getting the position that he wanted. Not really putting a lot of damage. This one is really having a hard time, and they are going to knock into the Heaven's Door, even using the Glorious Pathway. This might be a big win. They're looking for the target, but May is really running low. Might pay the price. Towers being torn down. As the shred of Unseen and Basic is still there. Moving into the bottom side, there's still more targets. Curtsy can really do anything about this, and even Geekfam is looking for those rightful targets, and the summon is just going to cause a lot of havoc.
ULVL still applying the pressure. Here comes the minion waves. They're trying to get another pick off for the turret. ULVL, will they be able to secure one for the Chew? Oh, no, the toss-up.
May
gets really low. He has to go back. Well, why not get a kill on Escanor? That's a shutdown from the Grandeur over there on that Zask.
Curtsy's chasing too much.
Curtsy, can he get away? No, he can't. There goes Basic with a kill. And will they be able to get the top lane turret? They're still applying the pressure. There goes the Death. Not enough for the Why Not. Uses the Cat Spirit to get away safely, but he gets another kill, and that is only one member left of ULVL. It's only Basic. They got the tower, but what is the price you paid? Because now it is two are up for the side of Geekfam, and it's only Basic up for ULVL.
And right now you can clearly see as how well ULVL destroying or playing the objectives. Remember, when Lord has been took down into the mid lane, they quickly snap into the bottom side, putting a lot of damage. And then after those well done damage, they're just going to rotate into the mid lane again, put a little bit of damage, play with fire, going to take down free top tower. And then at that point, Curtsy, I'm not sure what you need to chase. You don't have kill potentials, you don't have the rightful items, and then you're not posing a threat. You're going down into the hands of ULVL, and you need to watch out, because I mean, you're the marksman and you keep on dying into those key team fights.
Yeah, Curtsy right now isn't really the super big main damage dealer. Even I feel like Why Not and Exort are doing a little bit more damage.
It was ULVL. Let's go into the mid lane. Let's destroy May. Uranus being shredded again and again by Basic. You gotta respect the carry at this point of the game, and they didn't. So they demanded respect. We're not given. Took them the life of the game.
Wow. ULVL with a hell of a debut here. Hell of a debut here in MPL Season 5, because they just stole the game away from Geekfam.
Oh
Basic
my
and
goodness.
Unseen stealing this, going in the top lane. May was the only one there. Why
Basic.
not? Took too long to get back. Oh my goodness. Exactly.
I mean,
Basic.
they started the Lord. They really wanted to finish that, but then through the times, he was there. He's stopping those recalls.
Shots dito na before the game ended, like maybe 4 or 5 highlights ago, pinaghabol niya yung Tams at saka yung Hylos. And it kind of works, but then again, you mentioned, if you're hitting crossbow of Tang onto tanks or just super,
Wala.
super tough heroes,